To compete in today's world with their peers and rivals, students must now learn all about our futuristic universe. A few select schools throughout the U.S. are teaching about the metaverse and blockchain in this high-tech education. Most, though, are not, particularly those schools in disadvantaged communities where things like poverty and crime and fewer opportunities, well, they can be the status quo. In Los Angeles, there's a group of change agents trying to give young people from these types of neighborhoods a new opportunity.
Breaking news in South LA.
We are updating breaking news in South Los Angeles.
A neighborhood plagued by drugs, guns, and gang violence.
Increasing in numbers, young children are victims of violence, often near schools or their homes.
So if you're getting ready to head outside and you have to drive near this area, you want to try to avoid it if you can.
South Central Los Angeles. This is a city over the decades synonymous with plight and poverty, crime and gang warfare, the LA Riots. A city so infamous for often the wrong reasons, the zip code is known the world over as simply South Central. Hollywood has immortalized this iconic community with some of the most famous movies.
And there they are, the Ville, Crips, Crip the Ville. Stone killers that walk in your house, blow you away, sit down, eat, and leave.
Don't have to worry about no colleges, no 700 on no SATs, not a damn.
Okay, when I say cut, we're gonna cut through these houses, okay?
Gotcha.
Police, we got a search warrant. LAPD, open up. Okay, just open the door. We don't want to have to kick it in now. Open the door, man. We don't want to have to knock the door down.
He ain't even here. See Kevin at the other she ain't even up here.
Right. We got a search warrant. Unlock the door, please, man.
The label of South Central had gotten so negative over the years, city leaders, partly for political correctness, renamed the area just South LA. You can change a name. The question is, can you change a namesake? A generation later, South LA struggles with poverty and crime, abandoned buildings and ghost town blocks, neglect and misfortune. There are many reasons for this. This is complicated. Over the years, in part, there's been a lack of political conviction to improve this area. And many real estate developers and builders have run from this neighborhood seeking fortune elsewhere in Los Angeles. However, this community has also been blessed with some luck in recent years. A select few politicians, philanthropists, developers, nonprofits are affecting change and investing in South LA. Whether with real estate projects, schools, or education hubs, there has been some positive change. This is a solar technology and entrepreneurship center, part of the Beehive, a business creative campus located in South LA. Here you'll find innovative and state-of-the-art tech resources. There's everything from IMAX, VR stations, arcade games, to high-end gaming PCs, and even a music production program. As well, there are courses that include animation graphic design, digital storytelling, music production, coding, Web3, blockchain, and Metaverse. This nonprofit organization partners with local change agents to create a better future and a better opportunity. Tammy Lakes, Greg Zanone, and Sherry Francois are some of those change agents. Tammy Lakes and Greg Zanone are the co-founders of the ROI Collabs Foundation here in Los Angeles. Tammy and Greg realize there's a demand for income generation in this disadvantaged community, a demand in a workplace of the future, so to speak. A workplace that's now part of the new digital economy, creating new opportunities for talented young people. Youth from Baldwin Hills, not Beverly Hills. Students from Inglewood, not Hollywood. Kids from Bell Gardens, not Bel Air. Tammy and Greg have just launched their Metacademy New Tech Education program in South LA, which is part of their ROI Collabs nonprofit. ROI finds undiscovered talent in unexpected places. Then ROI connects that talent with industry experts, celebrities, and global resources to teach students how to work in a new digital economy with a focus on blockchain and Metaverse.
We think that it's important to come into areas where there are underserved populations, where there are historically marginalized communities, and bring this education straight into these areas. It shouldn't be that your zip code determines your opportunity or your education access. We're focusing on partnering with centers like the Beehive here and driving up here every Tuesday for 12 weeks to make sure that we can give the learners who are part of this community access to this program.
It's actually an innovation lab where innovation labs should be, right in the middle of South Central LA. No offense to where I live, but my kids are growing up in the middle of Orange County, right? That's not where we think innovation labs should be. Here is where it needs to be. And there's a lot of learners that can't learn from just an online course. You be hands-on in a place, in a community like this, and learn these skills and have a little fun while you're doing it with that pro element to it, you're gonna start learning.
I've spent the majority of my career working at the intersection of education, high tech, and business, and was noticing these massive gaps between what's being taught in the schools and what students are interested in. And then there's another side of it, and that's popular culture. So these things don't typically intermingle. Typically what you'll see is that a student goes to school, oftentimes puts their phone away. As soon as they're out of school or at lunch, they'll get onto their phone and go into popular culture and check out what their sports teams are doing or what their favorite influencers are doing. And then there's the tech side that they have very little access to or knowledge about, these new technologies like blockchain, like the Metaverse, digital assets. And what we wanted to do was bring all of those together into a learning program that would engage learners because we're actually bringing in the popular culture, but we're teaching those critical skills that are going to be necessary to work in the world of Web3 and the Metaverse and blockchain.
The Metaverse, in the simplest of terms, is a universal and immersive virtual world, a 3D virtual digital space that allows people to have lifelike personal, recreational, business, and financial interactions online. The Metacademy New Tech Ed program gives young people Metaverse opportunities they might not otherwise have. This is their future. And ROI partners with music artists and record labels, pro sports leagues and corporations, and various foundations to generate opportunities for these participants to create their content and then distribute that content for monetization.
We're kicking it off in partnership with the NFL. We're actually here because of the Rams. The Rams wanted us to do the program first with them, and they wanted to do it with their partner organization, which wound up being here. But we're going to go to all the teams in the NFL, NBA, and that's here in the States. We're also taking it worldwide. We're teaching how to give the skills so that people in these underserved communities can go out, get jobs into the metaverse and blockchain and all these spaces that are brand new, but popping so much that there's so many job opportunities, probably more opportunities than any other space right now. You walk in here, automatically you're amped up. It's just all around exciting for us to be able to give this, and we're doing it with a real deal curriculum involved.
Sherry Francois is partnering with Tammy Lakes and Greg Zanone. Sherry leads the SoLa I Can Foundation. SoLa I Can is a nonprofit affiliate of SoLa Impact, which works to improve the lives of South LA residents and stop the intergenerational poverty that has overwhelmed this community. This nonprofit provides opportunities for education, economic mobility, and community development. And SoLa provides skills-based technology programming as well as scholarships and career development opportunities for underinvested communities.
Since we've opened our doors, we've had a wait list for all of our classes because we know that the school system does not have the funding to provide the technology. STEAM's being pulled, music's being pulled. The access to technology, the access to opportunity, the access to education is so limited that we're here to help bridge that gap. In fact, we're here to eliminate that gap. There's so much untapped talent. And so we really want to get our kids at the forefront. We want them to become the next experts. This is an opportunity because experts are just being made right now. And so if we can give Black and brown kids an opportunity where the perception is, I don't know, how are they going to do that? They are going to do that, and they're going to do that through this partnership, and they will be the leaders. We're going to be creating the next generation of tech professionals, tech leaders, entrepreneurs, media moguls, and they'll come right out of South LA.